Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Jess, and I had a recent epiphany, as one might say in the business. Something so mind-shattering that my third eye was essentially unlocked upon reviewing it. I was thinking about multiplayer games, and sometimes you're playing with the boys, right? The gals. The boys and the gals. And say you're on, Overwatch or something, right? And you're like, this is pretty funny. Think about it like this. And you're like, man, I'm really enjoying this game. This is a pretty good game. That's what they want you to think. You see, you may be like, man, I'm really enjoying the gameplay of the game at this current moment that I'm playing the game. But let me stick something at the back of your mind. Is that truly what you think? Or has something else been confuddling with the actual results? I think there has been. Someone has tampered with the true enjoyment of the game by adding in stuff into it, right? And here's what I think it is. Alright, say you're playing the multiplayer game right now, and you have maybe 2 to 3 friends with you, right? We'll call this our test group. Now we're gonna have a group of just one person. This will be our control group. And we'll have a second control group of one friend and 2 to 3 others, but they're not allowed to make any jokes. Setting these experiment parameters, we can now begin our testing. Now, what are we looking for when we have our independent variable and our control variable? Well, here is what we are trying to do. We are trying to see the enjoyability of the game with or without the involvement of friends. Essentially, our independent variable is basically having fun with friends, and our dependent variable is enjoyment. So, now we are going to begin experimental trials. Was it really the game being that good, or were my friends doing all of the heavy lifting? Thank you for joining us today on Science Gaming News Fortnite Battle Pass. After hours of rigorous testing, we finally come to a conclusion. Now, using these results that I wrote down and no one else's opinions upon it, I have gotten the results. And the findings show my friends make the game much funner than if I were to have no friends talking or to be playing by myself. Obviously, because my friends are that cool and that funny. If you don't have these results by doing the test yourself to verify my results, then your friends suck and you need new ones. For $5, you can get an hour of Insert Game Here with my friends. That is right, $5 for Insert Game Here with my friends. Now, with that being said, it's no coincidence that my friends do most of the work when it comes to multiplayer games. Why is Lethal Company so funny? Well, Lethal Company sets you up to slam down the joke, because insert quirky thing happens, and then insert funny haha moment. Same thing with Repo. Those games are kind of designed for that. But games like team shooters, there is actual gameplay to really go off and be like, oh, okay, there is game here. But my friends add to the experience of the game. But even with a game like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals even, I still want to bash my brains in with a rock because I'm like, man, how incredibly frustrating. And then my friends are like, don't mind if I do. And then they hit me in the head with the rock and I'm in the hospital for 5 to 8 days. Jeff Keighley, what are you doing here? And then one of my friends rips off their Jeff Keighley skin suit and comes out and is like, I'm not Jeff Keighley. I was like, you know what they say in the business. But with that being said, if my friends are doing most of the heavy lifting, they're doing it for free, right? I think that's a little off, If my friends are giving me the most entertainment value, why am I giving money to the game company? Shouldn't my friends be getting the money? Think about it like that, right? Lethal Company made millions of dollars, but I don't remember the developer of Lethal Company making any funny jokes at me the whole time. They weren't in the kitchen cooking up bits. They were in the factory with a hammer smashing metal against metal. And while I do respect the labor you put into it, my friends are the ones who delivered upon the masterpiece of the joke. So I think they should be the ones getting a cut of the pie, right? Just think about it like this. My friends are on here 20 hours a day, working their hardest off trying to make me laugh, and they're not getting any financial backing for it. And that's ridiculous. They should be getting all of the money, which, that's a little much. Of course, the game developer needs the money to develop the game. But my friends, they deserve a slice of that pie. If it were not for them, I would not be going hee 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 ha ha the whole time. So really, it's ridiculous. They're not accredited in the game either. You see your voice actors, the actual developer people, sound rigging, probably a bunch of other crap that I don't really remember. It's usually in credits I don't read. But my friends are not accredited either. But my friends are completely on the surface, and yet they're not accredited in any of the multiplayer games I play. Don't you think that's wrong? Don't you think that they deserve more? I think they deserve a lot more. They deserve gracious amounts. So that's why I'm saying today, games are raising their prices to $80. And you know, is that extra 20 bucks going to my friends? No. You know where I think it should go to? Mario Kart. Because my friends and I are going to play Mario Kart on my friend's Wii. And I'm going to have a lot of fun because I really like Mario Kart. But not just that, I like my friends hitting me with the blue shell. Actually, I hate my friends hitting me with the blue shell. In fact, because of that, I think if I have a bad time with my friends with stuff like party games, they should lose money. I should be able to steal their wallets. I should have it both ways. If they do funny, they get rewarded. If they don't do the funny that I like in particular, they get punished. And I get all of their money.